Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So today I have my good friend and co-host Rossie back with me again. We're going to be talking about Checkmate for Life. So let's go on ahead. Let's review Checkmate for Life, and let's do this. Hey, Rossie.
What's up, John? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. At least I did. You know what? I was having a good day, and then I ended up locking myself in the car. Well, not in the car, but I had the car going. Car locked me out of the car with the car running, and my cell phone in the car. So, but good news, I had AAA, so they were there within 20 minutes. So, how was
Yeah,
your day?
poor John. Poor John. Oh my gosh, John. I mean, for us, it's 102 here in Sacramento. So how's the weather there?
Like 95, and it's like blazing swamp ass hot. That's
Okay, because
basically
the humidity, right, for
right.
for Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 95 degrees.
hmm
And then it's actually 105 degrees, which I'm just going to say it's 105 and not 90.
I understand that's hot for you guys. I totally get
Right.
that. But yeah, 102, and it's yeah, yeah. So, anyways, you guys, if you guys have checked out Rossie's Clubhouse, which I hope you all have, and those listeners that are listening, guys, I hope you guys have as well. I interviewed an actor. He's from Chicago. He's in LA now. He's known for, gosh, he's done so much work, you guys. But if you've seen the Lethal Weapon series, I think that was the one that really maybe put him over the top. But
I would say they
his
put
name's
him on the
Omar.
list.
Yeah, it definitely put his name on a list. His name is Omari Washington. Wonderful, wonderful actor, and he has a movie. He's in a movie called Checkmate for Life. So we thought we'd review that. He's an incredible actor. He's also a writer. He's a producer. I mean, an award-winning actor, writer, producer, all of that. So he's in this film. The film was written and directed by Deborah L. Harris, starring Michael Cox, Omari Washington, and a host of other great actors. So before we get into the review, you guys, let me read you a little bit about what the movie's about. It's a businessman, Lewis Dawson, who Omari Washington plays, finds himself in a dangerous plot designed to destroy his life, and his only hope of survival comes from learning the game of chess from his estranged father. So that's the plot line of the movie. The movie clocks in at 28 minutes. It's a short film, and I found it to be really good. John, first impressions?
I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I was not expecting it to open up the way that it did with him owing like $165,000 to somebody.
Right.
I thought this was going to be him kidnapped and he has to play this game of actually playing chess or else he dies. Because I
Right.
didn't watch the trailer or anything, so I went into it blind. I didn't even read the
Yeah.
synopsis on it.
Same
So
here.
that, and I just judged it based off the poster, like I would do at like a Blockbuster, for example, and just like, oh, okay, this looks interesting. I'll just make up a plot and rent the movie.
Right,
So,
right.
but overall, though, I thought the acting was really good. I thought Omari did a very good job to make me care about his character. I'm wondering what he's going to be doing with this movie. The
Right.
chemistry between him and his father was really good too. We'll get to that in a few minutes.
Oh, yes, we
But
have to get to that.
but everything just felt like it just was perfect. The
Right.
chemistry between everybody worked. The writing in it was good. The directing and stylization of everything was really good.
Yeah. I was shocked as well. I didn't think that the movie would end the way that it ended. And I was thinking something totally different as well, especially with the beginning of the film and him being, in debt to what would you want to call them? Mob
The mob, I would say I would say a bookie.
sharks? What do you call them?
I would think like a loan shark or a
Loan
bookie.
shark. There you go. Yes.
That's what I would put him down, like a loan shark or a bookie, and only owing
Right.
$165,000 to the
Right.
bookie.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
no, go on ahead, Ross.
Oh, and you find out that like the bookie, like these people don't play. Like this is not a, you know, give me extra month, 2 months. No, you owe us money, and we find that out very early with happens with this really good friend who's played by Michael Cox.
Right. And the thing
Yes.
that I find really good with this is like it turns into a heist film later on in the film. And I
Yes.
thought that was an interesting play on it. While that's
Mhm.
happening, you have a flashback between the father and son dynamic between Omari
Yes.
Washington and his father playing this chess. And he's calling him weak. He's telling him that he's always making the wrong choices in life.
Right.
You have to
Right.
learn how to play chess. Well, Dad, I don't want to play chess. Well, you're going to have to learn how to play chess, or otherwise people are going to take advantage of you. And I
Right.
like what I like is like, uh, I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but I just like the fact that you have the game of chess to teach you the game of life.
Right. I love that. I love throughout the film, as the film is going on, in the background, or you're watching, and hearing how the game of chess is played, what each character on that board, what each piece represents,
Mhm.
what it means, as far as life, how life goes. And I also, with his father, who is not a really good person. I mean, very abusive, growing up. And so I, I, I didn't like the fact that his father, like, kind of called him weak and all that, being that he did quite well for himself. I mean, this is a guy that had a really good job. He was doing quite fine for himself, very white collar worker, just seemed to be a nice guy. We don't know. Do we know why he owed money to the loan shark, like what he needed the money for?
That was the only takeaway for me is like, I don't know why, but I'm just guessing and I'm just making up something, but I'm thinking maybe a
Right.
gambling problem
Yeah,
that he
very true.
has and he
Very
fell
true.
off. And maybe that's why his dad is busting his balls the way he is
Right.
because of the fact is like, look, son, you're weak because of the situation that you put yourself in.
Right.
And now you have to play this game of chess of trying to figure out who's going to take advantage of you. These
Right.
pieces represents the people that's in your life and how
Yes.
you're going to play them the way that you need to play them and move them the way you need to move them. But it's up to
Right.
you at the end of the day on what you do with those pieces.
Right. And I loved how, he decides, you guys, that he's going to go ahead and sit down with his father and learn this game of chess. Okay. So I like how they start with the pawn. And as he's talking about the pawn, it shows Omari's character. Let's see, Lewis. It shows Lewis, going to different people, and these people all have something going on in their life where they need something. You know what I mean? Money could benefit them. So he starts looking for. He's putting a team together. His father's
Right.
teaching him how to put a team together. Okay, and so he, has this clever idea to go to people that were needing something, that were kind of weak in a way, lacking something in their life. And so those are going to be your pawns. And then
Right.
I love how the dad describes the queen and the rook. Go ahead, John, speak on that.
Okay. So I just want to point out this: the pawns are
Yes, please.
the people are like pawns, and you choose your soldiers wisely. They can't move backwards. They only, and I put it down like this: they only move forward.
Right.
So
Yes.
therefore, I actually pictured Omari's character moving forward, as in
Right.
moving forward with this plan that he has going to be carrying
Yes.
out
Yes.
metaphorically. And and then you have this one guy who's in the office cleaning. He's the housekeeper,
Yes.
and he winds up talking to him because the father's also telling him, "Hey, look, you have to use people in the way that you need to use them, and
Right.
always look for some type of leverage."
Right.
Well, this guy has 6 kids. He can't provide for them based on the pay that he has.
Right.
So Omari's character is like, "Look, I have a plan. I think that you're gonna like it. Let's see what we can do."
Right.
And he also winds up trying to make it to where he's on his level, because that's another thing that the father says. You have to make it appear like you're on their level, even though you may
Right.
not be on their level. Because yeah,
Right.
I used to be just like you,
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
from the bottom and working my way up to the top, just like as you do. Because
Right.
really, yeah, next thing you know it, he's got him.
Right. And
And
then you have the go ahead, John. You finish up that to let them
and
know.
then you have the queen, like you mentioned. And
Yes.
I've always been taught the queen protects the king, but
Yes.
you realize though the queen can also be very sneaky and conniving.
Oh, yes.
Though too. So there's this manipulation between husband and wife where you're
Yeah.
supposed to be protective of one person, but instead you're gonna go on ahead and be for yourself versus being
Right.
for the person that you're in love with. But also too, Amari's character is not either he's also not being faithful to his wife either.
Right.
Because remember, you have that one other scene that gets played out.
Yeah, but I don't. But was he married though? Was he married though? Because he was the woman that he worked with at the office, the one
Mhm.
that was his queen. That was a work relationship. And remember the
Okay,
other woman he met. She was out getting ready to work out. She was waiting for her trainer.
that's
Her
right.
trainer never showed up. He gives her the number. So he didn't have a wife. He had a woman that he was seeing also.
Right.
And that was the one, like, the one that cared for him, the one
Okay,
that was his main one. The other woman that we meet, who he says is my queen, is the one that he's needing to, put his crew together.
I got you. The reason
Yes.
why I thought that it was his wife because he says his queen, so I'm thinking
Okay.
husband and wife kind of vibes to it. But
No.
yeah, I understand. I get what you're saying. And then
Yeah. He
I
was
like
playing
that.
the game. Basically, he was playing the game.
Right. And what I like about this though is when he puts the crew together. You're
Yes.
wondering, is this going to work out well for him or for everybody else? Because even the guy with 6 kids is like, look, man, I'm going to go. This is getting too deep for me. He goes, really? I have 6 kids to feed. Can you feed them with the pay? It's like, yeah, never mind.
And
So,
even the other guy, remember
mhm,
the guy that he worked with that was in a workroom,
yeah,
who was
he was
sitting
going
there
to get
having a
fired.
panic attack because he was losing his job, didn't know what he was going to do. So that was also part of the crew that he was bringing together. So I'm not thinking that this is going to be a heist at, where they work at. I'm thinking this is going to be some other type of heist. So, and like we said, as he's putting it together, you hear dad, talking, and, as John says, describing what each piece is. And each piece that he describes, it shows you who that person represents as far as the game of chess.
Right.
Yes.
And, you know, then there's also the whole entire thing with the knight has to be where the action is.
Right.
And that's actually represents the co-worker who has to be this white knight that
Right.
tries to rescue this woman or someone that he's with, because that's also something that they mentioned briefly
Right.
about. But
Right.
as soon as you see these pieces moving, you realize, oh, this is a workplace heist
Yes.
type of movie. Because if you think about it, you have this friend and coworker that's getting ready to be fired. You have Omari, who's probably something's going to probably happen to him later on or whatever.
Yes.
Then you have the maintenance guy, the worker, the housekeeper
Right.
that's not
Right.
making barely anything. You
Right.
have the queen who has something going on with her. Everybody has something within this company that they don't
Right.
like, and they're going after the king, which would be
Right.
the
And
company.
I want to speak on the queen at work, because the queen at work, she's the head at work. Like, she runs the place. She has a very high position. So her having a relationship with Lewis, who's played by Omari Washington, is absolutely a no-no. She could lose her job. But how did he get her? He got her because she was already attracted to him, and him saying
Mhm.
a couple of pretty nice things to her and telling her, "You're my
She
queen.
was
I need you here." It was done. She was for him. But like John mentioned earlier, a queen is supposed to be for her king, but also sneaky, sneaky. And that's how he was brought down, was by a woman who he did have the relationship with. And all of these people just, it's funny how they were all in. He explained, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. It seemed like the plan would work, but the team wasn't strong. The
no.
team was just not strong. This movie was really good. The pairing a game of chess to life, which makes sense, it was really good. I like the thought behind that. Um, the acting was really good. It was a
It
suspense
was
thriller type of film.
definitely.
I
It
don't
was
want
very
to. Should we get the
thought-provoking.
ending away? I mean, should we? Because you guys can go
No.
and get this film. The Omari's website will be in the description of the
Yeah.
video. You guys can go and rent it. You can go and buy it. I bought the movie. I wanted to keep it. So do we want to do spoilers, or we probably
No,
shouldn't?
let's
Okay, we're
no,
not going to
no.
do that. We won't
Because
do that.
all they know right now, Rossi, is that some shit went down. He got busted. That's all they know because they don't know how it went down. They just know he
Right.
goes. So that's all I think that they should know about because
I hear
that's
you.
going
I hear you.
to keep them on the edge of their toes. Because I think that this movie is great and original. I think maybe with a little bit more of a budget and stuff like that too, they can actually
Oh yeah.
expand this more into a bigger movie.
Right.
because I would like to see more from this. And I also
Yeah.
like how the smoothness of Omari Washington is trying to
Right.
connive this woman and telling her what she wants to hear. And not only that, but he also has this swagger about him whenever he's
Yes.
doing it. Because remember, he has no confidence when he's talking to his dad.
Yeah, his dad's
Oh,
horrible. His dad
and
just
then when
is
you see him do
absolutely
this,
horrible.
right? And then when you see him do this, oh, he's this dude's got confidence in
Right.
himself. But I also like how each thing he's talking about, he's removing a piece of clothing because
Yes.
he's also getting
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah, as he's playing the game, yeah, it's getting stressful. And I loved how the dad mentioned the pieces in the center. That's what that's what you're concerned with is the pieces in the center. So I like, describing the game, showing you how to play the game,
Mhm,
it being compared to life, and like you said, how he's sitting there, and as the game gets deeper, he's pulling off the tie, like he's sweating. It was, yeah, it was really good. And I think for the movie to be a feature length film would be good because I do want to know more about, Omari's character,
mhm,
Lewis. I want to know what got him in that situation. I want to know more about his relationship with his dad and his mom, growing up. I want to know more about, each individual person in this film. And I think with a big budget, they can absolutely make this great because 28 minutes, I mean, it has a
they
beginning,
give a
middle,
lot.
end. It's good. And you don't want it. And I didn't want it to go off.
Me either. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, they give you a lot to actually digest within
Yes.
28 minutes. Like they
Yes.
have the heist set up in the middle, they have
Right.
the father and son dynamic, you have the plot at the very beginning in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
Everything is just formulated and formatted perfectly.
Right. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Like I said, the acting was great. And what I also like is it's not what you expect. I didn't expect this from the film, and I also didn't expect how it would end.
Me
I
too.
I did not. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, "What?"
Because we're rooting for the hero. The hero is Omari Washington
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
hoping that he wins this game, just as he's also trying to beat his father in this game too. So he's
Right.
fighting two different battles here.
Right.
And you're rooting for that because you're wanting to see him come on top.
Yes.
And then you see a weakness within him, his own self, that that we wind up seeing the father winds up saying late in the movie. But
Right.
yeah, perfectly well balanced. I liked it. I want to see more of it.
Out. Yeah. Yeah. I was John and I, we work, long hours during the morning. So we come straight home. I like to watch the movies the day that I'm going to review the movie. It's
Too.
more fresh. John does the same thing. John watches a movie. This guy's a pro.
Twice.
Okay. This guy's a pro. He watches it twice. Okay. So I got to watch it today when I got home, watched it again right before we went live, just to, soak it in more. And I was like, this is just really good. And I remember you telling me earlier, I really like the movie. I can't wait to hear what you think about the movie.
Right,
So
because I wanted because here I am, 30-minute lunch break. It's perfect because I'm like 28 minutes. That's
right,
perfect
right,
for me. I
right,
can take my notes. I can rewatch it later on and not have to
right,
worry about my notes and focus in on more of the dialogue and stuff.
right. I'm
But
doing makeup and watching it, and I'm trying to finish up, but I'm sitting there just like stop doing makeup. I'm like, oh, I gotta get going. I gotta get going. That's how good the movie was. So,
it really
Omari
is.
Washington, thank you so much for sharing Checkmate for Life with John and I. We really appreciate it. Again, guys, the movie. Let me give the director some credit here because I want to make sure that you guys know. Here we go. Okay, Deborah L. Harris, you did a great job. A great writing. Your directing was great. Michael Cox also did a good job, and as well as the other actors in the film. You guys can watch this. It's you guys can buy it. You can go to his website, like I said. You can buy the film. You can rent the film. Check it out. Let us know what you guys think about the movie.
Exactly, because I want to like to actually know what everybody else's thoughts are
Thank
and
you.
stuff like that. Because I'm fascinated with you guys have to say. I always geek out with you guys. I always want to know what you guys are thinking. So go on ahead, check us out on the audio only podcast. Tell us what you think of this movie. Tell us what the other stuff that we actually had Josh Prey on the show. So check out
Yes.
that episode. We were
Yes.
rolling laughing. Give us a
Oh,
5-star review wherever you guys get your podcast from. Smash that like button, subscribe button. Go on ahead and visit Rossie's Clubhouse. She'll be glad to have you proud member of Rossie's Clubhouse.
please.
Seriously, she's got a
Yes.
lot of good things coming over there. She's got what? What do you have? I know what you have, but I want to know. But tell me.
Yes. Yes. So you guys, I just got done interviewing the Look Cipher here in Sacramento. Savtin, thank you so much. Awesome interview. I really enjoyed talking with you. You guys, that interview just dropped this past Monday. Let's see. On the 23rd, I have Sonae coming in. Sonae is a very talented young, she's a hip hop artist. She's a rapper. She looks like a model to me. I mean, she's everything, but she does music and she's an absolute beast. And I cannot wait to talk to her. Also on the 25th, you guys, I have Caleb Roberts coming back, a young actor out of Sacramento. This kid is doing big things. He also does music, so we're going to get into that with Caleb. He'll be here on the 25th. And then July 10th, you guys, I have Zoe Skrilla. New York is coming to Rossie's Clubhouse, and I cannot wait to speak with him. I want to talk about New York, his music, the vibe out there on the East Coast. So many more, you guys, that's coming to Rossie's Clubhouse. And tonight, right after the show, you guys, we'll be dropping another Legend episode. This time, we're going to celebrate Eddie Murphy, and that should drop next week. Okay, guys? Mark Snipes, Brandon Holloway, Frank Humnick, and Missy Draper, they'll be joining me in about, almost an hour, half hour or so. Anyways, what do you got, John?
Okay, so Don Tucker will be on the show with me on Friday at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to be doing the 50th anniversary for Jaws. We're going to be covering that.
Yes.
It's one of my many dreams come true to actually review this on the anniversary date of Jaws.
Awesome.
So we're going to be doing that. We also have the Departed review that we're going to be doing over here. Over here. Once you go ahead
that Boston
get some donkeys. Then get some donkeys, and you're gonna pull a Yui. Then after that, you're gonna go ahead and see a statey. If you don't know what a statey is, he's a state trooper. So that's what you're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and review The Departed.
Also, really quick, guys, and I don't want to forget my guys. We will be back July 2nd for another video game show here on Movie Lovers Unite at Rossie Talks. You have It's Trust, Jedi Master Tuck, Padawan Frito. We're going to be talking about the Summer Game Fest, guys, and let you know what we thought about the best games, what's coming out. So join us July 2nd for my crew.
All right. By the way, guys, Stu and Smith will be back with me on June 29th at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. That's actually a Sunday. We're going to be doing I Know What You Did Last Summer. We're going to be doing a revisiting review for that. I also have Doom Generation coming in August. Nice. Doing a, you know how we talked about Rossie with Josh Prey, the white people, people doing stuff.
Yes,
we're going to be doing Airborne. So we're going to be, we're going to be reviewing Airborne at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time in August. So go ahead and check us out over there. Yes. But yeah, that's everything that we have as far as shows coming out. Do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, so go on ahead, get you some donkeys, and we'll go on ahead and see you later, okay? Later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.